Dave Scott Hub Media. Today I'm talking to Adam Walker, mortgage expert. We're just off air talking about how excited Adam was that Edmonton won last night. Yeah, it was a great game, wasn't it? It was excellent.
It's
We
not
haven't
the
talked.
least. I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
We haven't
I don't
talked in a while, but I do want to reintroduce you because I think that's the important aspect. I had some awesome conversations over the last year with you. So tell the folks what it is you do and where you are.
Yeah, so I'm in Simcoe. I help homeowners, home buyers, get the best for the house. Make the process different, right? I spent 17 years with a major bank and decided that the way the banks are multi-billion-dollar companies. They do profit for shareholders. They're really, really good at building profits for their shareholders. I don't have shareholders. I want to give profits back to clients. I want to do things a little bit differently. We've changed the process. We've changed the game a lot. We do mortgages a lot differently than what the banks do. Outside of that 9 to 5, we're here to help walk you through. We've got a team and we've got partners, not only to help you with the mortgage. I've said this, if I do everything 100% right on the mortgage, I'm still not setting myself up for success. I'm still not setting my clients up for success if we don't have a team behind them. So we work with a team of financial planners, insurance agents, home insurance, life insurance, wills and attorney. We want to make sure that our clients not only get that mortgage, get their first house, maybe get their next house, but they're set up for success to help grow and protect that wealth.
I appreciate that you went out on your own, 2 or 3 years, 3 years ago now?
With 2 years. Yeah, it's only been 2 years. So
okay,
yeah.
and just took that opportunity to help folks because you saw what the banks were doing and you understood where you could go and how you could help people. Like when you look at your website, you guys do so many things. Like I didn't really understand it. Maybe just today, just a quick list, give folks an idea of all the things you guys do.
Yeah, I would say our primary thing is we help a lot of families, first-time home buyers. We do a lot of first-time home buyers. We do a lot of move-up buyers. We're doing a lot right now where we're helping clients that, they're maybe in that house. They've got a lot of debt. Things have kind of accumulated. We're helping them buy that next house with 5% down again, pay off some of that debt, even get into that next house that's got maybe a little bit more of what they need, or maybe even sometimes less of what they thought they wanted. That maybe they moved into a little bit bigger house. They're downsizing a little bit into something more affordable, but really managing their payments, right? So it's incredible. We just helped a family about a month ago who they were in their house. It wasn't the house that they wanted. They've actually kind of outgrown it, but they've got kids in sports. The old story. They got kids in hockey, kids in dance, kids in ball. They just can't keep up, right? They're not making bad decisions, but they're trying to keep up. So their kids, they don't want to say no to their kids. We actually help them pay off their credit cards, pay off their lines of credit, sell their house, buy the next house, lower their monthly payments, put 5% down on the next one. They're actually living with so much less stress now. So we're helping families with a lot of that all the time, consolidating debt and really making life a lot more affordable and a lot more manageable right now.
And that's something we've seen in the last year and a half with just the price of food alone. The cost of living is just, it's increased dramatically. And then you had your interest rates. A lot of those mortgages from the 2020s were coming due, right? And those low rates weren't there anymore, were they?
Yeah, no, we're seeing a lot of those rates are coming up. Those renewals are coming up. And like you said, like maybe I'm a sports guy, right? And I'm sure sports guy attracts sports guys. And we help a lot of families. Like I said, like I said it before, those families that have kids in dance, the kids in hockey, the kids in ball. You know how it is. You're not going to say no to your kids, right? We want to make sure we can come up with a solution that's manageable right now, help you get through it. Maybe not be the best, it maybe not be a long-term solution, but it's a right now solution. So we're helping, like I said, manage a lot of those, get their mortgage renewed. The banks, they're banking on you just signing that piece of paper and sending it back and not having to qualify again. There's better options. So we're helping a lot of those renewals. We're helping consolidate those debts. And we're helping, like I said, we're making life manageable. So you're not just throwing that next hotel bill on your credit card. You're not throwing everything else on the credit cards and line of credits. We're actually helping you come up with a plan. And like I said, if I do everything is best to my abilities with those clients, it's not enough. We partner with financial planners to help build budgets. So when it comes time next season, when that next hockey season kicks around, and you got that next hotel bill, you're actually using your savings. We're not pulling money out of off the credit cards.
And to touch on the sports things too, I noticed that you're doing this team of the week. Can you explain that to me too? Because this is kind of interesting. Like when you talk about that,
so like
because
I said,
you recognize it, you understand it, man.
Yeah, so we're starting small. This is one of the things when I started my own business. like I said, my biggest passion is local minor sports. I love minor sports. I grew up, it defined who I am. Some of my best friends are from local minor hockey, local minor ball. My wife's from, I met her playing hockey, right? Like we, everything that we do is about sports. And so one of the things I want to do to give back, like I said, we're starting small. We're going to continue to grow this as my business grows. I've got big goals with a lot of donations back to local minor hockey teams and local minor ball teams and local minor sports. But right now through the summer, we're doing $100, $100 sponsor every single week to a different local minor team. So today is, what do we have? Friday 13th. We're going to Dover. Adam Stiles, he coaches a team, a little rookie ball team. So his team is our team of the week this week. But we're picking a new team every week, and we're getting really good submissions. We're getting a lot of people, like I said, right on our website, www.adamwalkermortgages.com. There's a lot of really, really good stuff there. You can enter your team of the week there, and we're, like I said, we're giving it back. We're trying to give it back. And then at the end of the year, what we're going to do is all the parents that took some time to like or to share our post that we've done for these teams of the week and share the love. We know how, the end of the season comes. There's a lot of stuff there. All of your vacations are spent in hotels and at Ball Diamonds, the old Super 8 down in Chatham. I remember we spent a lot of Labor Day weekends there with the bed bugs and everything. And it just, you know how those hotels are. So we're going to do a $500 giveaway to Long Point Eco Adventures to one parent to take, go away for a weekend, maybe you and your spouse and get rid of the kids for a weekend, or maybe a family fun vacation. But we're going to give a $500 gift card back to one of the followers who shares all of these things. Just a way to give back to minor hockey. Like I said, we're starting small, but we're going to get bigger and bigger as we go.
And rumor has it that the winners just get to drop their kids off at your place. You watch them for the weekend. Is that true? Get them in a little deep. You'll have them signed up for a hockey program or something. By the time they get back, they'll be off doing some other sport, which is really cool.
That's right. Yeah.
One thing you touched on I want to bring up a comment. I want to get your feedback. Was you'd been in this business for 17 years in the banks. So I don't think people understand, what the heck they're talking about. You speak the language, so you can find those loopholes. I don't know loopholes, but the best deal possible, right?
There's a lot of things that the banks do that look like they're really, really good deals for clients, but they're really for shareholders. And I can tell you, like, every meeting that we had in 17 years at the major bank was about profit for shareholders or shareholder risk. So that's it. That's all we talked about, right? Like, how can this make our shareholders better? We built our business different. One of the vice presidents at the bank came to me and said, Adam, if our mortgage people and our credit people could work with our investment people and our insurance people and everybody could work together, we would make our shareholders more money, which is absolutely true. We would make our shareholders more money, but we missed the point. We would make our clients more money, right? It's about profit for shareholders. And unfortunately, when we're talking about our credit people, when we're talking about our investment people, we're talking about a lot of these people in the bank, walk into the bank. Right. The major bank that I was with, there was a financial advisor that was there for 20 years, 30 years, maybe. She was there forever, and if anybody knows, like, every bank has one of these people. Since she left and retired, there's been 7 or 8 different people in that chair.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times you're dealing with yesterday's teller. So instead we partner with local financial planners that have been doing this a long, long time, local insurance agents that have been doing this a long, long time. And we get our clients not only get that mortgage approved, but we're going to help you. We're going to give strategies to grow and protect your wealth. We're going to get you in front of the professionals. I have an insurance product that I sell with every single mortgage, a life insurance. It's called Mortgage Payment Protector. It's good for some clients. I'll be honest with you. I don't recommend it. I recommend going and talking to a professional. We got so many great professionals in the area. Go and talk to them about insurance. Let's make sure that I can offer one product. I'm like the bank when it comes to insurance. They offer one product. You go see an insurance professional. They got multiple products. They got 5, 6, 7. They got all kinds of things. They can wrap their arms around you and make sure you're properly protected and you and your family have the right product.
We're going to have some fun doing these shows. That's for sure. How do people get a hold of you real quick?
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, Mortgage Coach Adam, my website, adamwalkermortgages.com. If you want to set up a meeting with me, go to meetwithadam.ca and you can set up a meeting right there and get a hold of me.
Cool, bud. Thanks for doing this. I look forward to catching up with you again next month.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.